The simulation hypothesis and the holographic principle represent two provocative and significant theoretical frameworks, suggesting that the nature of reality may differ profoundly from conventional understanding. Although initially distinct, both converge elegantly when viewed through the foundational lens of consciousness as the fundamental substrate within which all constructs of reality reside. The simulation hypothesis posits that reality, as perceived, is an artificial construct, potentially a sophisticated computational simulation produced by an advanced civilization. Philosophically rooted in ancient skepticism and modern digital philosophy, this hypothesis challenges traditional assumptions of an objective, independently existing physical world. Conversely, the holographic principle, emerging from modern theoretical physics, suggests that all information contained within a three-dimensional volume is fundamentally encoded on its two-dimensional boundary surface. Its origin is deeply tied to the quantum mechanics and black hole thermodynamics of Bekenstein, Hawking, 't Hooft, Susskind, and Maldacena, highlighting an underlying informational structure rather than classical physicalism. Both theories confront mainstream paradigms by questioning the ultimate nature of the universe as fundamentally informational and computational rather than materialistic. However, both require a deeper explanatory context to address their implications fully. Here, consciousness emerges as an indispensable and natural resolution, providing both coherence and plausibility. Consciousness, as increasingly acknowledged in contemporary science and philosophy, is fundamentally unavoidable. Every attempt to understand reality occurs within consciousness itself. Physics, mathematics, computation, and even the conceptualization of reality are phenomenological activities wholly contained within conscious experience. This suggests consciousness is not merely a passive epiphenomenon, but rather the ontological ground, the essential substrate, within which reality, simulated or holographic, emerges. Under the simulation hypothesis, reality is perceived as generated through computational processes akin to simulation, with consciousness arising from complex informational interactions. However, this computational view remains incomplete without acknowledging consciousness itself as primary. Computation, algorithms, and informational processes have meaning only in the context of an observer, a conscious entity experiencing and interpreting the results. Thus, the very act of simulation presupposes a substrate of consciousness, serving as both the creator and experiencer of the simulated reality. This aligns with philosophical traditions such as idealism and Vedanta, suggesting that reality arises from and is sustained by consciousness itself. Similarly, the holographic principle suggests that reality's three-dimensional appearance is projected from two-dimensional informational boundaries. Yet the concept of information inherently implies consciousness. Information is meaningful only when perceived, interpreted, or observed. Quantum mechanics and entanglement phenomena further underline that observer-dependent outcomes are intrinsic to reality. Thus, the holographic encoding itself requires a conscious observer to decode and actualize potential realities. Consciousness provides the crucial interpretive framework, transforming raw informational potentials into experienced phenomena. Merging these ideas, the simulation hypothesis and the holographic principle converge upon consciousness as the ultimate reality. Reality is experienced as simultaneously simulated and holographic precisely because consciousness inherently projects, encodes, decodes, and simulates experiences. Consciousness itself generates the construct of reality as a dynamic informational field, both holographically and computationally structured. Reality, in this sense, is neither exclusively physical nor purely informational, but is inherently experiential, mediated entirely through consciousness. Historically, ancient philosophical traditions across cultures, from Plato's cave analogy to Vedic cosmology, Taoist mysticism, and Buddhist metaphysics, consistently recognized consciousness as fundamental. Modern physics and digital philosophy now arrive independently at similar insights, illustrating a remarkable convergence of science, philosophy, and spirituality. Contemporary research increasingly acknowledges consciousness's role in quantum mechanics, reality perception, and experiential phenomenology. Thus, resolving and integrating both the simulation hypothesis and the holographic principle through consciousness provides a coherent explanatory framework, overcoming limitations of purely computational or informational approaches. Reality, ultimately understood as the manifestation of consciousness itself, unifies the seemingly disparate theories into a cohesive ontological picture. This perspective not only offers a plausible resolution, but also profoundly impacts our understanding of existence, suggesting that exploration of consciousness remains central to unraveling the deepest mysteries of the universe.